I got this, and I'm pretty excited, actually. I actually haven't tried this. I use the hemp stuff, but I haven't tried this yet. But I got this. The guy at the store said this would make me feel the most full eating. And I also got this thing. Now, if I put fruit and stuff in it, I'm going to need a blender, and I have a blender. I actually have a Magic Bullet, and I need to tell you that I love it. It works really, really, really well. Even my boyfriend loves it. He loves jalapenos on everything. I bought him a jar this big, like you can't even see it on the screen, this big of those little jalapeno things, and he just blends them, but like pulses them so they're a little tiny, and then he puts them on everything. Chicken patties, tacos, everything. He'll just eat them. I don't know how, but he'll just eat them. He even just rolls them in cheese. He's such a freak. But anyway, I love the Magic Bullet, and I've used it on my shakes, and they work out really well. Especially, like I said, if you add fruit into it, it helps to stir it up and blend better. But I got this as well. My friend was also with me. This is a blender cup. You see that in the bottom? This was about $7, and it came with this little whisk ball. Whisk ball, and you put it in there, and it keeps it just stirs everything up. And you can even use this for eggs, like beating the eggs before you pour it into the pan. Yeah, so I really like that. I've used this already too. This actually, like I said, without putting fruit or anything in it, this works, I mean, really, really great. So I was happy with that. So keep making lots of noise. And then there's a couple other things I don't have right now that I can't show you. I got my prescriptions. I dropped them off at the store yesterday, but I didn't feel like waiting, so I can't tell you which ones I got. I mean, I know let's see if I can remember, because I got 3. So I think I can remember. The antibiotic, which is, I think, the penicillin. I'm not allergic to anything, but just remember that if you are allergic, they always have something else that they can give you. And mind you, all of these are liquid. Well, not all, but I'll explain. These 2 are liquid. This, and I have liquid hydrocodone. And then also these little tabs. I don't know what they're called. I don't know what any of these are called. I just know the regular names, what most people call them. The little tabs to help with nausea. And I didn't even have to ask for that. He just said that he was going to give it to me, which was great, because I was going to ask anyway. Because when I got my wisdom teeth out, I had to have that, you know, the combo of the medicines, and I did get sick, and not cool here. But other things that I'm going to be getting, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the Zip and Squeeze bags. A lot of people who have jaw surgery get them. Instead of using the syringe to, like, put food into your mouth, they have one for liquid and one for pureed. And the website I'm looking at my internet is, well, either zipandsqueeze.com. Yeah, if you just Google Zip and Squeeze or ZNS, you'll probably get the same thing. And then you can go to the website. And they have lots of stuff there. I want to get 2 of the liquid ones and 2 of the pureed ones. And you put it in there, and instead of having to try to suck through a straw, which can be difficult after you get surgery, you just squeeze it, and then the stuff comes out. And that's probably a really, you know, maybe with the liquids it's easier just to use a straw, but when you have to put like applesauce or blended foods, because you get really, you know, as my friend puts, I don't want to have blended hamburger for dinner. Not exactly anyone's cup of tea. Although, to be honest, I feel like it's just meat sauce that you would put on top of spaghetti anyway, but not the point. So let's see, other things. Oh, so those, oh, and then this other thing, it's called a cool jaw wrap. Once again, I'm looking at my computer. Cool jaw wrap. And it goes around your head. And I've been told by other people that it's one of the best things to get, because it's, well, it's just easy. It goes around your head. Really helps with the swelling. It's, he said 3/4 of patients stay overnight at the hospital. And that is the one thing I'm not excited for. Once again, you know, I'm an adult. I don't blame this on the surgeon. You know, even if you're fine and it's not really about the complications, it's just about the pain and the swelling and having someone to be able to take care of you. It's better to stay at the hospital overnight, but I've never stayed over at a hospital, and I'm very, very nervous about that. But I'm probably going to bring my camera and just not tell the hospital people, which I know is bad, but I'm going to do it anyway. They do it in the maternity ward all the time, so what's the difference between maternity and med-surg? As long as the other person next to me doesn't get on the camera, they'll be fine. So I'll probably bring it with me, and even though I won't be, you know, filming live or anything, it'll probably make me feel better if I'm talking to you guys. And then I'll post the videos afterwards. Which, you know, might be fun. Oh, but also there'll be my surgeon, he was saying, he goes, because you know, he goes, you'll have that nice little morphine pump in case you're in pain. He goes, you can have the IVs. So basically he said I could stay really drugged up. So that's fantastic. Let's see, what else? I think I talked about everything on here. Let's see. I know if you guys have any requests for videos for me to do, like to talk about certain things, like I'm going to go over sleeping, and one thing I want to go over, and I know this seems weird, but maybe it won't be at the time, is washing your face when you get surgery, when you have surgery. This is a little late, but I'll go talk about it anyway. Back to when I was talking about the food, my boyfriend's cousin, and in case any of you already have the jaw surgery or trying to get other tips, she told me that for taste and whatnot, she took she got soups, like the cream of whatever soups, and then put them through this really tiny strainer, like the thin net tiny strainers, to get out all the fine particles, because you really can't even have those. And that way she was able to have different tastes, but without, you know, the really crappy problems. You know, without all the, you know what I'm talking about. This isn't from my doctor's, oh, it is from my doctor's office, but it's also made by another doctor's office in Texas. But they have them at my, see, that's my doctor. And that's right, I put his address up there, and there's a reason why. It's because he's awesome, and if you live in the Albany area, the Schenectady, around all that type of area, anywhere near here, I would recommend him. I know I haven't gotten the surgery yet, but I've heard nothing but amazing things about him. He's a great guy. His whole staff is wonderful. They work so hard to make sure that this is the best possible experience for you, despite that all the, you know, the jaw pain. He even said, you know, he asked how I was doing. I said I'm actually doing really well. He goes, yeah, you sound pretty cheerful for someone who's about to get a broken jaw. Very nice of him. So anyway, this thing is called Drink to Your Health, 75 nutritional and tasty recipes for blended diets. Because, see, and it has tons of recipes in it. It even has some things about foods that give you headaches. So when you're on, you know, you're trying to have a blended diet, and all of a sudden you realize, you know, you're starting to get really bad headaches, stuff like that. It's got the traditional little food pyramid in there. What side is it on? There we go. Food pyramid. I mean, it's got tons. Some of these I might not eat, like barbecue soup. I don't know if I would have that. But they have baked potato soup, bean soup. One thing I really want to try is lobster bisque. It's probably too expensive for me to make, but they have like ham and cheese soup, and some of these would just be really good. Just, you know, when you can find. What I'm going to try to do for you guys, I'll have like a nice little recipe section, and I'll try to make as many of these as possible, and I'll show you how to make them. And I probably won't make them ahead of time. I'll do my best to try to just make them, and we'll taste test, and we'll see how it goes. That way you guys can get a lot of good ideas of what to eat, so you're not just stuck with just, you know, cream of whatever soup and protein shakes, because that can get really tiring process. So I thank you guys for sticking with me through this whole thing, and we'll see how I come out of here. Alright, so let's see. So is there anything else? Well, I think Hanukkah's coming up. I think that's this Saturday. So happy Hanukkah. Happy holidays. And I will see you guys soon. Bye.